Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing amazingly well. Welcome back to another lesson of English with Ashish guys, and today in this lesson we are going to learn how to use would be, would have and would have been. The lesson is going to be amazing. I will explain you all the situations where we use these verb phrases would be, would have and would have been. All you have to do is watch the lesson until the end. I'll do the rest. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that every single time I upload a lesson, you get notified. I'm excited. I know you guys are too. Let's do it. Alright guys, now let's understand how to use would be, would have and would have been in a sentence. And before we do that, let me tell you this. In this lesson, I'm not going to explain the different usages of would. It's not going to happen because I've already done that. I've already made a detailed lesson on different usages of would. Go check that lesson out. The link is in the description. In this video, we are going to look at these structures. Would be, would have and would have been. When to use these, how to use these. Let's get it. Let's talk about the first one, which is would be. When to use would be can be used in 4 different structures. Number 1, would be followed by a present participle, an ing form of verb. Number 2, would be followed by an adjective. Yes. Number 3, would be followed by a noun. And number 4, would be followed by a past participle. Now, before we look at some examples, let's understand this. Would is a modal auxiliary verb and is usually used in hypothetical cases, in hypothetical unreal situations. All right. So in these cases as well, we are going to use would to refer to a hypothetical, unreal or imaginary situation. All right. Let's talk about the first one. Would be followed by an ing form of a verb, which is also called a present participle. All right. Look at these examples. Number 1. John would be coming here in 50 minutes. This would be happening in near future. John would be coming here in 50 minutes. Now, I'm not sure about this, and that's why I am using would. If I was sure about this, I would use will. John will be coming here in 50 minutes. I know for a fact that this is happening. All right. But here, this is not certain. John would be coming here in 50 minutes. This would be happening. I think this would happen. I guess so. I mean, it's not real. I'm not sure about it. John would be coming here in 50 minutes. Would be followed by a present participle, an ing form of verb. Next example. He would be studying right now. He would be doing something right now. That's my guess. I don't know whether it's true or not. That is just my guess. All right. Let's suppose somebody comes to you and his name is, let's say, Max, not that person's name. We're talking about he. His name is Max, and that person comes to you and he asks, hey, do you know what Max is doing right now? And you go, he would be studying right now. He would be studying right now. If you were sure about it, you would say, he's studying right now. You would not say he would be studying right now. Because you're not certain about it, you're not sure about it, you are using would, right? He would be studying right now. Okay. So would be followed by an ing form of a verb to talk about something that may happen in the future, near future, or maybe in the present. We've just seen the example. Number 2, would be followed by an adjective, right? Would be an adjective. Here we'll talk about a hypothetical state of a person in the future or maybe in the present, right? How a person would feel in the present or in the near future. Let's look at these examples. I would be happy to help you. I would be happy. Would be followed by an adjective. I would be happy to help you. I would be in a certain state of existence, which is what? Happy. I would be happy. I would be sad. And this is a very common statement to make. This is a very common way to say, yes, you will do something or you will not do something. I wouldn't be happy to do it. I would be happy to do it. I would be excited to do it. All right. I would be happy to do it. This basically means, yes, you'll do it. Number 2, this dress would be perfect for the party. This dress would be perfect. Now, that's my choice. All right, now you have multiple dresses in front of you and you choose this one. Hey, this dress would be perfect for the party. So it's not an unreal situation, it's not a hypothetical situation. Here would is simply referring to a choice. You're using it to show your choice. Hey, I'd choose this dress. All right, this dress would be perfect for the party. All right, this dress would be perfect for the party. Again, if you are completely sure, you will say this dress will be perfect for the party. So yes, it shows a little bit of uncertainty as well. So try to understand the exact context. Okay, last one. Everyone would be happy if this deal gets finalized. If this happens under a particular condition, everyone would feel in a certain way. Everyone would be happy. Now it's referring to a hypothetical, unreal situation. Everyone would be happy when, if this deal gets finalized, which is not a sure situation, right? Which is not a confirmed situation. If this happened, everyone would feel in a certain way. Everyone would be happy. Would be followed by an adjective. Next one, would be followed by a noun. The noun will refer back to the subject, what that subject would be. Okay, hypothetical. You would be a father in a couple of days. You would be a father, or I would be a father in a couple of days. You would be a father. Okay, so since you're not certain about it, that's why you're using would. If you are certain about it, you will use will. You will be a father in a couple of days, but you don't know that, right? So let's just hope it happens. And to show the hope and to show that this situation is not real, we're using would. You would be a father in a couple of days. You would be a father, a noun phrase. He would be a trouble for all of us. He would be a trouble for all of us. So let's suppose he's doing a lot of things that's getting you guys into trouble, right? And you think, you already presume that going forward, this guy might become a trouble. So, you think it may happen, all right? So you're just guessing it. You're just imagining the situation. You're giving this person a name which is a trouble. He would be what? A trouble. He would be something. What is that? A trouble. He would be a trouble for all of us. If you know this for a fact, use will. He will be a trouble for all of us. If you're sure about it. If you know this for a fact. Okay? The last is would be followed by a third form of a verb, a past participle. Right? Very simple. You would be thrown out of the college. You would be thrown out of the college. This sentence is in the passive voice. The subject is not doing the action. You would be thrown out of the college if you keep messing up with the principal. Right? Now, this sentence is in the passive voice. The subject, you, is not doing the action, is receiving the action. You would be thrown out of the college by the principal if you keep messing with him. Okay? Under a particular situation, this would happen to you in the future. Would. Not sure about it. I don't know whether it's going to happen for sure or not. I just think it's going to happen. All right? I think that's not for sure. All right? You would be thrown out of the college by the principal, by somebody, obviously, because the sentence is in the passive voice. We have not added the doer of the action. Second one, she would be sacked from the college, which means rusticated, thrown out, sacked. She would be sacked from the job. Now, she's not doing that. Somebody else would do it. Somebody else would be sacking her from the job. The sentence is in the passive voice. We can add the doer of the verb as well. She would be sacked from the job by her manager or by her employer. She would be sacked, the third form of a verb, the past participle. Now, the past participle, the third form of the verb, can refer to an adjective as well. For example, she would be motivated to do it. She would be motivated to do it. Motivated here is a past participle, the third form of the verb motivate. She would be motivated to do it. Now, this sentence is not in the passive voice. Motivated here is not a verb, it's an adjective. Yes, motivate is a verb as well, but here it's working as an adjective, and that's why the sentence is not in the passive voice. So you have to be cautious. All right, moving to the next one, which is would have. Would have. Guys, let me tell you, it's very easy. Would have is used in conditional sentences, generally in third conditional sentence. If you guys do not know what a conditional sentence is, you can check out my lesson on it. I have a lesson on mixed conditional sentence as well. You can check that out as well. These are very detailed, very advanced lesson. You must check these lessons out to improve your game, right? To go to the next level. All right, let's understand this. Look at the first example. I would have helped you if I had known your problems. If I had known your problems, if something was the case, something would have been done. If I had known your problems, okay, this is a condition. In the past, if I had known your problems, something would have been done. I would have helped you. Would have. And here we use a past participle, the third form of the verb after would have. I would have helped you if I had known your problems. If you had listened to my advice that day, if you guys had listened to my advice that day, which you did not do it. You had not listened to my advice that day, and that's why you had not got the job. But if you had listened to my advice that day, you would have got the job. If something had happened in the past, something else would have happened. If you had listened to my advice that day, you would have got the job, but you had not listened to my advice that day, and that's why you had not got the job. Right? If you had listened to my advice that day, you would have got the job. Again, a hypothetical sentence. This is called a third conditional sentence. Last one. Now, this one is a mixed conditional sentence. You'll know why. If my parents were not coming today, I would have joined the party yesterday. Now, guys, this is an interesting sentence. Let's look at the condition first. If my parents were not coming today, the sentence, this condition is using the past tense, past continuous tense, were not coming, but referring to the future. If my parents were not coming today, the reality is they are coming today, referring to the future, using the past tense, but referring to the future. If my parents were not coming today, I would have joined the party yesterday. Interesting. Now, what does it mean? It means something would have happened in the past, which is I would have done something in the past. I would have joined the party yesterday. This would have happened in the past if something was not happening in the future. If my parents were not coming today. I did not do something yesterday because of something that was happening in the future because of my parents coming tomorrow. Getting the point? So this is the mixed conditional sentence. All right. Now we can also use would have without the past participle. If we do that, have in would have is going to work as the main verb, which will mean eat or drink or take. For example, we generally use would have when we want to show our choice. Okay, let's suppose you have a couple of things in front of you. Let's say you have burgers and you have pizzas and you have French fries, or you have a lot of things, all right? And somebody says, sir, what would you like to have, or what would you have? And you say, I would have pizzas, or I would have a burger. I would like. Have means eat. I would have something. Now you're showing your choice. I would have this. So we have a lot of things. What would you have? I would have this. Now this means I want this. Okay, this is my choice. I would have this. Okay, so this way also you can use would have. All right, moving to the last one, which is would have been. Guys, would have been is used in conditional sentence. This phrase would have been is used in conditional sentence. We can either use a past participle after it, which is would have been followed by a third form of verb, or a present participle, which is an ing form of a verb. Let's look at these examples and understand how we're using them. I would have been killed if the police hadn't arrived on time. something would have happened to me, somebody would have done something to me if something had not happened in the past. Again, the same situation, third conditional sentence. If something had happened in the past, something else would have happened in the past. The difference is here the sentence is in the passive voice, would have been followed by V3, which means the sentence is in the passive voice. The subject is not doing the action, the subject is receiving the action. Getting the point? I would have been killed. I would have been killed. That means somebody would have killed me. I would have been killed by somebody if the police hadn't arrived on time. Okay? The next one. If you had listened to my advice that day, again, the same condition in the past. If you had listened to my advice that day, you would have been kicked out of the job. You would have been kicked out. Would have been followed by a past participle, kicked. Kick, kicked, kicked. If you had not done something in the past, which is if you had not listened to my advice that day, you would have been kicked out. Somebody else would have kicked you out of the job. You would have been kicked out of the job by the manager, by the boss, something like this. Would have been followed by a past participle. If something had happened in the past, something else would have happened in the past, and the result clause is going to be in the passive voice. We have just seen that, okay? Next is would have been followed by a past present participle, that is an ing form of a verb, okay? Let's look at this example. They would have been waiting for you had you not informed them. They would have been doing something in the past had you not done something again in the past. If you had not informed them about something in the past, they would have been doing something in the past. Okay, they would have been waiting for you. They would have been doing something. They would have been waiting for you had you not informed them, right? I would have been writing an essay if you had not called me, okay? If you had not called me, if you had not done this in the past, I would have been doing something. I would have been writing an essay. Get the point? That's how we use would have been. Interesting, right? Now, I hope you guys have understood how to use would be, would have, and would have been. Now, what you have to do is you have to practice. Use these expressions a lot in your daily life. Whenever you speak, whenever you write something, try to use these expressions, all right? Now, that's all about today's lesson, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I want you to share the video with all the people you know so that you can help them. And at the same time, you can help me as well. Sharing is the most important thing, guys. If you can share the video, make sure you do that. And if you have any questions, any doubts, do let me know in the comment section below. You can ping me on my Instagram page as well. You can join my Facebook group. You can do that. Links are in the description. And I will see you guys very soon. Till then, keep learning. Have fun. I love you all. You know this. I'm out. Namaskaram.